Hello fans of Slapshot and welcome to Wednesday night Slapshot on DLC League, and we are waiting for tonight's game all together between Meziprostor and LC Suns, two very great teams which we'll see how they'll manage to battle it out. Neither of these teams have lost a game yet this season. Meziprostor is currently holding their spot as the top team of this season so far in the league bracket. In just a bit we are gonna start with the game. Of course, neither of the two teams are ready to play. So it looks like Meziprostor will take a while to get here. So in the meanwhile, I'll just put on some music. And hopefully they will be here before everybody gets bored. I did not mean to play that. Alright, Alright, and we got all the guys in the lobby, so we're just waiting for the guys to ready up, and here we go. Anyway, the game hasn't started yet, but we have Messi Prostor who are going to be playing in pink against LC Suns who are going to be playing in black tonight. Messi Prostor are having the lineup of Briba, Lakiara, Samik and Melone, which is their standard lineup. For LC Suns we have Svaki, Vilesomir, Kingis and Bot 1. So far we are waiting only for one more player before we can start the game. Messi Prostor so far have won all 3 of their matches that they have played up to this point this season. LC Suns have done the same, but they have played only 1 so far. Both of these teams experienced a win just yesterday, so we'll see who's gonna keep their momentum going into today, taking the victory. Both of these teams definitely regarded as very strong in the LC League, but we'll just have to see how they'll perform. Now, of course, for Messi Prostor it is their 2nd season. Despite their 1st season in the LC League being well over a year ago, they have returned, and this time they are looking to make it further than the 1st round of the playoffs, if I'm correct. Yeah. For LC Suns it is also their 2nd season, but their previous season was just this one right before, in which they have managed to immediately get the gold medal and the win the Flows Cup in their inaugural season as a team. Both these teams very strong, so we'll have to see how they'll perform. Breba fighting over the puck with Kingis. Now Malone. Spot 1 now. Passing over to Svaki. Breba. Passing to Lakiara. Messi Prostor get an attack. Sami gets to the puck, but immediately denied by Kingis. Lakiara gets the puck stolen from him by Kingis. Now wonderful passing between Svaki and Kingis. That could have led to a goal very early on in the game. Now Kingis was shot. Malone makes the save. Breba. Vilesomir now. Just dumping it away, but Svaki gets to it. And now it's dumped by Samik. Bot 1 sending it forward to Svaki, but Lakiara gets there first. And now Samik will immediately take advantage of this situation, looking for a goal opportunity. Samik tried to squeeze in, couldn't. Now Samik and Svaki fighting for the puck. Svaki passes to Kingis. LC Suns start an attack. Vilesomir gets blocked by Lakiara. Now Svaki over to Kingis. Back to Svaki, but Bot 1 is gonna get there off the bounce. Vilesomir now passing to Kingis to Svaki. Wonderful passing play from LC Suns, but Malone just had to save that. Absolutely incredible from the Meziprostor goalie. Bot 1 passing to Kingis, now with Swaki. Kingis again. Oh, another great save. This time it was a slower shot. Now bot 1 passing to Vilasomir. Actually Svaki gets to it. Now Kingis and Svaki at the puck. LC Sun started another attack. Samik has to cover for defense, even though he is the main striker of Meziprostor. There he goes, blocking a shot, or maybe a pass to Vilasomir from the angle he was going at. Now Kingis long shot. Briba steps into block, and immediately I get bombarded by Spect. Okay, I'm gonna go hydrate. I might be back in a bit. If anybody scores, just tell me. Alright, I'm back, but Spect also did use the posture check, so everybody check the postures, so do I. I really hate that Flow says still has these, but for quite cheap. But now I have to, go ahead and do those things. Seems like nobody has scored up to this point. Samik was shot, bot 1 stands strong in defense. Now Svaki hits the side netting on this one. Malone. Now Vilasomir in a very good position. Briba manages to do an amazing save in the chaos that opportunity for LC Suns was. And the game remains goalless, but Kingis wanted to change that at the end of the first period. But no change in score will happen in the first period, as we are still yet to see a goal in this Battle of Titans that is this matchup. And Meziprostor LC Suns, after 5 minutes, still tied at 0. Tomasic is gonna step in for Vilasomir on the LC Suns side. And we are awaiting the second period of this marvelous matchup between two, up to this point, perfect teams in the season. Malone and Tomasic on the opening face-off of the second period. Meziprostor wins it, as Briba gains possession. Will pass it forward to Lakiara. Will find a passing angle to Samik, who will shoot, but King is standing in the correct place. Now Briba passing over to Samik. Now it's Lakiara. Back to Malone. Everybody passing between each other right here, but a bad pass from Malone lends it to Kingis, but Lakiara managed to win the puck back. Now it's Briba passing to Malone. Over to Lakiara. Samik. Now Briba again. This time didn't hesitate on making a shot, even though the defense was right there. Now Swaki, very good opportunity from a pass by Kingis. And Kingis is gonna attempt to find a shot. Svaki is gonna do the same. Both of them missed the net. And both getting blocked. Actually. And that's Svaki. There was a bit of chaos in front of the net. But a wonderful goal from LC Suns as they managed to put one past. And LC Suns take the first lead of the game. Now Samik immediately wanted to put an equalizer up. Bot one trying to find any passing angle. Eventually has to dump all the way for the other keeper to pick it up. Kingis and Samik fighting for possession here. Kingis brings it back. Now Briba. To Lakiara. Over to Briba again. Now Kingis is gonna send it forward. LC Suns yet another attack. Kingis was shot. Now Tomasic is in possession. Svaki. Passing over to Kingis. Bot 1 over to Tomasic. Passing back to bot 1. Now Kingis. Passing over to Svaki. Back to Kingis. Now Svaki. Kingis still in position. Now Svaki again. On the back to Kingis. Was shot and it's in! Wonderfully found angle from the LC Stars. Wait, no, LC Suns player. Absolutely amazing from Kingis here. As he brings a second one home for LC Suns. And they will surely need another for reassurance. So Svaki is immediately there to bring it to Kingis. But it doesn't go through the defense of 3 players of the Mezip roster. Now Kingis though, another shot, but another miss. We'll see how the next one will go. Possibly very soon. But now Malone is trying to prevent any more shots from happening on the LC Sun side, as now Mezip roster gets possession. Samik trying to find anybody to pass to. Lakiara wasn't in the correct position that Samik would have wanted. Kingis now taking it the other way. It's over to Tomasic. Back to Kingis. Over to Svaki in center. But Malone manages to read the play perfectly. And now Briba with another intercept that Mezip roster so much needs in terms of defense. Tomasic over to Svaki. Malone makes the block. Mezip roster haven't been all that good with putting up shots this game, as the statistics clearly says. LC Suns have been way more productive in attack, but Kingis, oh, great attempt from Kingis. Now Samik goes the other way, shoots and scores! And the contact goal is scored for Mezip roster, the one they so desperately needed. And now it's gonna be a matter of if they will score the equalizer. They're half the way there. Briba attempted to shoot, but apparently hit Samik from a very bad angle. Or it could have been a header, but just didn't end that well. He possibly might have had a better chance of just shooting at the net. But that ends the second period. Mezip roster 1, LC Suns 2. All goals scored in the second period so far. And we'll be moving on to the last 5 minutes of this game. Tomasic gets subbed out for Villasomir. And we'll have to see how this marvelous game is going to finish. Period 3. Underway. Samik immediately gets a shot through and Lakiara finishes it. And we're at an even game yet again. With pretty much 5 minutes to go. 4:56 on the clock. And that's how much we'll play with for the duration of the game. And that's how much time will decide who the winner is gonna be. Briba, great opportunity. Now Swaki is going the other way. Gets past Malone. Lakiara has to step in to protect the goal. Now Vilesomir mistimed his shot. Bot one. Trying to pass it anywhere. Really. And now bot one is once again on the puck. Passing over to Swaki. Swaki back to bot one. Over to Kingis. But now Messi Prostor gains position, but immediately loses it to Swaki. But Samik just battles back for it. He's gonna do possibly a wraparound, but he's denied by Kingis, this positioning. Briba passes back to Malone. Now Malone passing over to Samik. Losing possession. Swaki attempted a shot, Lakiara managed to block it. Messi Prostor back in possession. Now it's Samik behind the opposition net. Where is he gonna go? Samik is currently on 18 goals this season. Yes. He is looking to add a couple more. King is over to Vilosomir. Now King is again. Swaki on the puck. Swaki again to Vilosomir. Now Malone sends it the other way. It's Samik once again in possession. Behind the opposition net. Wrap around. Immediately denied by Kingis as soon as he saw that coming. He sprung into position and together with bot one they hold back the line. Lakiera passing to Malone. Swaki tried to do a wraparound of his own. Malone didn't like that and immediately denied it. Samik in a very good position in attack. Nobody to pass to. But it's more of a question if that was even a pass, considering it was Samik. Kingis passing over to Swaki. Now Samik on the puck. Not that much time left. Briba passing over to Malone. Now Lakiera over to Samik. Great opportunity, but it just doesn't get through the defense. Now Lakiera makes Samik have another chance. Ooh, the first shot didn't get past Kingis, but the second one did. But he must have had a big sigh of relief once that didn't hit the net, as the shot went wide. And now Swaki goes the other way, hits the post. Very unfortunate for LC Suns here, as that could have been a goal. But the post saves Mesiproster and their chances. Samik now on the other side. Kingis tries to deny any sort of progression from Mesiproster. And he does so perfectly, passing to Swaki. Swaki passes it to Vilesomir, who loses possession, but now it's back to Swaki. Now Kingis on the puck, passing to Vilesomir. Back to Kingis. Over to Swaki. Briba cuts the pass. Swaki, now Briba again. Swaki and Briba fight for the puck. It's dumped out. Now bot one. Passing to Kingis. LC Suns in possession. Now Swaki was shot, goes wide. Vilesomir. 30 seconds on the clock. Malone to Briba. Over to Samik. Now Malone. Kingis. Going forward with LC Suns. Kingis! Great chance wraparound now. 10 seconds left in the game. We're all tied at 2 so far. Sami gains position, and together with Briba, they are running it out to overtime. And this is the first overtime of this season that we are about to see. And the next goal will win it. Svaki over to Vilasomir. Svaki to Kingis. Now bot 1. Over to Vilasomir. But Samik, now in a very good position, gets immediately bodied by Svaki and is denied a shot against the LC Suns net. But now Samik in a very good position. He's gonna push it in, and it's actually pushed in by bot 1. A very big mistake from the goalie of LC Suns, as Meziprostor take yet another win in this season. That was a very close game, and eventually it ends by an own goal in overtime. Sami got a very good shot, and the goalie just couldn't handle it as he pushes it into his own net against his own will. And that is gonna be it from me tonight. I hope you enjoyed tonight's game, and I'll see you at some point in the future. Have a great night, and congratulations to Meziprostor.